His story of survival has inspired millions.
A gripping example of how our will to live can overcome the most dire situations.
Here's Susan Hay with tonight's Making a Difference.
Nice to see you.
Aron Ralston knows the true meaning behind the word survival.
Aron, what happened on April 26, 2003?
Well, it started out just as a hike into the Canyonlands region of southern Utah. I was by myself. I was on about a 15-mile journey that day down through Blue John Canyon. About halfway through it, though, I dislodged a 800-pound boulder that pulled loose as I was climbing off of it. It fell and entrapped my right arm, and I ended up being stuck there in the bottom of the canyon.
After 127 hours of entrapment, what happened next was unthinkable.
Quickly ran out of options as far as being able to get free. Ultimately then, as people know me, the guy that cut his arm off.
With the dull multi-tool pocket knife, Aron amputated his own right forearm in order to free himself.
How did you emotionally do this? Never mind physically.
But what you probably don't know is that I'm the guy who was smiling when he cut his arm off. When I stepped out of my grave and into my life again, and to have that experience, yeah, it was the greatest moment of my life. Not the horrific moment that I think people focus on or imagine that it might be, but truly something that it was euphoric.
So you cut yourself free, you lift yourself up, and you hike?
I still had almost 8 miles to go from where I was to get back to my vehicle. I was still bleeding despite the improvised tourniquet. Fortunately, then I came across a family. They helped me for another hour or so and made it far enough to where this miracle occurred.
The miracle was the search and rescue helicopter orchestrated by his mother that arrived just in time, or this story could have a different ending. Yet today, Aron is living life to the fullest, sharing his story of survival around the world. He's written an internationally best-selling book, Between a Rock and a Hard Place, which was the subject of the 2010 film 127 Hours.
You were played by James Franco.
Yes.
Were you happy with the movie? Was it hard to watch?
It's been one of the great honors of my life since my experience was that such luminaries, Danny Boyle himself, the director, and James Franco, they put their artistry to work at the highest level, and they knocked it out of the park.
Do you have any regrets?
No, I wouldn't change anything, really. I cry these tears of joy, and I say thank you for what that rock has given me in my life.
Aron shared with me he's been back to the site 11 times, and each time he goes, he's emotional, to say the least, that rock is still at the bottom of a very narrow canyon. He said, as claustrophobic as it might be for some, it's like a cathedral for me. Once again, I cried tears of joy saying what that rock has given him.
Talk about turning around a bad situation.
Adversity into what he's created today for himself.
And he filmed this? Like there was video that you were showing.
He filmed this, and he also etched in stone, rest in peace, because he thought somebody's going to find him dead, and that was going to be for his family. He wasn't married at the time. He now has 2 children, and he said he had a premonition, like the night before, of seeing himself in a yard playing with a little blonde boy who is now his son. So he said he would cut off his other arm if he, had to do it all over again for his loved ones. He doesn't show the piece anymore with the video that he shot, because out of respect for his mother, he said watching her face, watching that was just enough. Right. Incredible human being.
Goosebumps, Susan Hay.
Yes, wow. I know, for sure.